Our friends, welcome to the channel. This is a stream. This is for people that will watch this video later on, I guess. Assuming anyone does. How big-headed of me is that to assume that people will watch it later on? This is Lost Ark, which is the other MMO that's being released by Amazon Studios, although developed by a completely different company to New World. This is a Russian version of Russian servers. I'll put a link in the description of the game later on, kind of telling you how to get to play on the Russian servers if you want to. There's a video that I followed. It was pretty easy. It is a bit kind of, it's a bit sort of, some people might not want to do it. Like you've got to open an email account with a Russian company, and you've got to use a VPN called Exit Lag, which so far seems brilliant. I mean, it's only a VPN with regards to your games, so it's only your games that go through it. But look, my ping to the Moscow server is it's really good. So I can't fault that so far. So it's like a Diablo-esque view MMO. It's coming out in the EU and America, I guess we'll call it, on the 11th. I've got it in my little basket on Steam, but I'm not sure. I've kind of come to the end of my thing on New World. Not the end of it, but I was kind of a bit burnt by playing a new MMO essentially, because you get to, particularly one where they bung the PvE experience in the last year. But you get to a point where there's just no content, and you're just repeating the same stuff over and over again. But I think this game's been out for a while and it's got quite a lot of content to play through. So the only misgiving I've got really is probably about the viewpoint. I mean, Diablo and Diablo 2 are two of my favourite games of all time, but I haven't played this type of MMO for quite some time, or this type of RPG even, I would say. I just became a bit more for the third person kind of, because it just feels a bit more immersive essentially. But yeah, this is a Russian version, which I'll leave a link in the description how to get it working if you want to try it before the game comes out. It does have a patch for an English translation, so there is an English translation for this, but I'm not sure how good it is. In fact, I've got no idea about the game. I've basically been looking through the classes. I spent a brief period yesterday looking at the classes, and the class that I might like the most. The problem is that the classes seem to be different. So the classes that are in the Korean version may not necessarily be in the Russian version here, and vice versa. So when it comes out in the EU and America, I don't think all the classes are going to be available. So the classes I was looking at was you get like a base class and you get subclasses. So the subclass I was looking at was kind of like Berserker, because it looks like, it kind of looks like it gives me that kind of, I feel like I can play through my Berserk fantasies there, which is an amazing manga if you're not aware. Magician, I quite like the look of the summoner from what I've seen. I like the fact that it summons up all these different types of creatures. Watch his spell in a minute. It's like a stampede of horses, which I thought was pretty good. Sorceress looks good, just blast things, and I like the actual character model and stuff with that. The one that I was interested in playing is the artillerist, but he doesn't seem to be in it, unfortunately. Well, he's not in this version anyway. Maybe he's in the Korean version, and I guess potentially he'll be in the EU version. I'm not sure. So that was kind of what I was leaning towards. But I'll probably try a few different ones. Let's try the Berserker, because as I said, I can play out my Berserk fantasies there. But I'm sure that my handling of a two-handed sword will be terrible in regards to in comparison to Guts. But anyway, the other thing I'm kind of worried about is the combat. Like, I'm an old dude and I'm a sick dude, so I'm an old sick dude, and I don't know how arcadey interactive it is, but we'll give it a shot. I think we're going to try. We'll try the Berserker first. What's the Warlord do? Oh, okay. Oh, the warlord's got like a. Oh, he's got like a sword, gun sword. I wonder if I'm not sure if you branch off from these classes into a more like I'm not sure if you can use different weapons. Like it seems as though like the berserker is using just a two-handed sword essentially all the time. Maybe you got different skill trees. As I said, I'm a complete noob, so I've really got no idea what's going on. This is really is like a new player, a total new player experience. Um, it looks cool. I thought the destroyer looked good as well. This massive hammer. um, yeah, that looks like quite a lot of fun. Let's go. I'm gonna. We'll see. We'll go warrior, and we'll probably go into berserker. It looks like they're. You got this little web pattern here that tells you how good they are at whatever. Let's check. Let's check it out. I do this stuff where I start a stream randomly. I'm not even sure if is the stream actually working. It looks like it is. Hey, Neriac, thanks, man. Yeah, it's completely new. It's weird as well the way they've done the classes. So like I was going to try the artillerist or whatever it's called because I like the look of the gun side of it, but it doesn't look as though it's available on Russia. So I guess it's Korean. Maybe it will come to the Western game. Oh, there you go. Very handsome, intense, much like myself. Oh God, what can we call him? Can we get away with calling him? I'm pretty sure we can't call him Guts. No, because someone's already thought of that. Of course I have. What about that? No, because someone has also thought of that. Because of course they would. Oh no, let's not do that. I kind of don't like doing naming characters after. Can I even do that? No, I can't. Holy smokes. Okay. I don't really like naming characters after. Oh God, here we go. This is anything, please. Oh, come on. Who's choosing these names? Okay, that will do. Yeah, well, I thought I would try. I found a video that was fairly straightforward in explaining to me how to try the Russian version. I'll put a link to the video in the description at some point. Yeah, and I wanted to try it out before I dropped money on it, essentially. Oh, I like the way there's like a little music player and it's telling you what the tune is. That's a nice feature. Wallpapers. Locked. Oh, so you can unlock wallpapers for your background as well. I like it so far. I like the presentation. The character looks beautiful. The visuals here look a bit smeary, but maybe that's supposed to be like that. Okay, our first entry into Lost Ark. No, I couldn't find it. No, I was disappointed because I wanted to try that. I like the look of those big guns. Summoner was something else that appealed to me as well. And that is in, but oh, is it called Blaster? Oh, I'll try that at some point then. Can you hear it okay? I can turn it up a bit. Just let you know, I'm not going to focus on the story too much because I just want to save that for the normal release. Hey man, yeah, yeah, this is a stream, proper stream. Oh, that's annoying. I even created this new. I'm actually having a problem getting in-game audio on streams for some reason. I've got no idea. So I even created this new. I even created a new. I actually put a separate audio capture source. That's so annoying. I thought that would have solved the problem. It's so annoying because on the audio capture on the mixer on OBS, it's telling me the sound's working fine. That's frustrating. Right, okay. Okay, so not sure if that's a translation issue, but it said allow for left mouse button to move around. It looks visually stunning, doesn't it? Wowza. I like the animations. My dude looks a bit like Hercules or something. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. So you, for some reason, I just assumed generally you play through as a base class for a while, and then you choose your proper class. But that's not the case. Let's just have a quick look at this preview class. What the hell is that he's got? I see. The giant hammer. Oh, this is cool. So I can spawn. Oh, you can spawn dudes. Oh my god, you got 8 abilities on your on the QWERTY part of the keyboard. Oh my god. Oh no. Okay. Look at that hammer. I can only imagine what the hammer's gonna, what some of the hammer models are gonna look like. Oh my god! Using the release skill, you activate. Using the release skill. Okay. So there are some other effects going on when you're. Let's just spawn a few more monsters. Okay. Okay, end class preview. Oh, I've made a mistake there, haven't I? Did I have to stay in that class preview to preview the other classes? Maybe. Well, I think I'm going to stick with the berserker dude with the big sword. I think. Can we preview them again? I'll think about it again. Berserk. No. Okay. Yep. That's definitely guts. That is. I'm not going to worry about the story so much as I said, because But I know it's something to do with finding lost arks to save the world or something. The Russian language is so musical, isn't it? It's beautiful. Oh, that's a beard. I'll leave this running, but I'm not... Sorry, I'm gutted about the game audio thing. I thought I'd solve that problem, but clearly not. So that glowing light, was that me coming down to... Oh, nice. Look at that. There's a massive statue up on that mountain. Holy smokes. Looks gorgeous so far. It's a beautiful game. The character models are really detailed as well. Whoops. Trolls. You mentioned we've got trolls to kill. Yeah, this, I'm not sure if it's translation, but it's definitely got left mouse button and right mouse button confused. Volunteer sword. Okay, got all your basic stuff. Weapon attack. Bit more attack. My current sword is a reborn warrior. It's got on... I wonder what that on preset thing is. Do you level it up or something? Or... Okay, well, it's better, so we will equip it. These dudes, these look like a different race, don't they? They're dwarves in the game. They look a bit, they've got that sort of dwarvish height going on. Okay, so so now we've got a priest who's looking for treasures. Who do you need to talk to? Orpheus. Okay, the church has hired adventurers to search the land for treasure. This guy's name's brilliant. Carg Crookshank. Okay, tab overhead map. Whoops. Sorry, dudes. I don't think we need that one, do we? We've got a perfectly serviceable map up there. Oh, look at that rifle. That's neat. Hey there, I can't pronounce your name and I don't speak Russian. So, unfortunately, I do apologise. But welcome anyway. I'm not sure what the translation's like, but there's a... Oh yeah. Okay, I get the feeling I'm going to be terrible at this combat. Maybe there's some combos and stuff that you can work out later on. I just noticed it's a skip prologue here, so I'm just assuming this is just a bit of a an introduction to the game. Okay. Oh, here we go. Shoulder charge, whirlwind. Okay, so it looks like we unlock new skills as we go along, and it also looks like each skill you can spend skill points here to make the skill better, I guess. Okay. I have no idea what tripods are. Okay, there's a lot to learn there. That's something that I'll have to swat up on before the game comes out. So it seems though these arcs are the key. Don't worry, boys. I've got this. Holy smoke. Okay, another boat ride. I'm assuming this is like an MMO and it's got all of kind of like the trappings of an MMO and all that kind of stuff. The actual explorable areas seem quite limited at the moment, but I wonder if that's just because, you know, it's a prologue. Beautiful game. I love these drawings on the wall. Okay, mate. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it for this type of game. I guess with an MMO, you would like to. Oh, climbing bits. Interesting. Yeah, I guess you only need to do this prologue once as well, I'm assuming. Dodge wee. Oh, I guess I should have dodged that. Dodges at the wrong time. Goes into a whirlwind because I pressed W. I pressed the button to move, but Yeah, the button to move is not the button to move that I know that it normally is. Wowzer. It's whirlwind now. Can we? Nope. Okay. Item level 60. That's interesting. Is there some reason why I'm starting off getting level 60 stuff? Is it? I guess it's slightly better than what I've got, even though it's a robe. Cool. Maybe it's because it's just a game that's been going for quite some time in these areas, so you get boosted or something at the start. Not sure. Okay. If in doubt, use a bomb. Neil's a scoundrel. I wonder why that is. Run away. Oh, no. Oh, look at that. That's really nice. Oh, vertigo. I'm flipping through the story because, you know, there's something I'll concentrate on the European release, EU release, whatever. But I mean, the translation thing, the translation patch that I've put on seems, you know, fairly decent. Oh, nice. Wow, look at that. Oh. Another door. I'm sure it's my level. I'm just having a quick look here around the screen. My level's down here. Combat 10. Character info. We're in level 10.00, but it says 2 here. I guess I need to. What I need to do before the game comes out, assuming that I play it, is just look at some tutorial type stuff. Little bit hand-holdy, but it is the prologue. I'm not sure if you can notice, but on the map here it tells you where to go for the... Oh, hello. That's a bad idea. Just looking around at the people running away, look like they've been turned to stone. Yep. Oh, what? This is definitely about smacking massive packs of mobs, isn't it, essentially? Well, I can do that, boys, don't worry. Oh, a big dude at the back. Let's get him. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. It's just, I don't know what it is. I've actually researched it on the internet, and a lot of people seem to have a similar problem. Some people fix it, some people don't. I actually created a separate audio capture source in OBS, and I kind of thought that had fixed it, but no. It's mega annoying. Run away! Was that did that poor old scoundrel Neil get turned to stone? Well, he was a scoundrel, I guess. Oh, what? I've got moral choices to make. Surely we can't turn to stone. What? You see, I've got is that 12 shillings I got there? What the hell is that? What's this legacy stuff? Oh, okay. So I actually have to legacy. So when I level up whatever this is, I need to make sure I select the reward for it. That's interesting how they want you to react in that way, interact in that way with the, rather than just giving it to you. I suppose it's making you come here and you know, another bottomless pit to jump into. Well, yeah. This Morpheus dude seems to do all right for himself, doesn't he? He seems to miss all the traps and stuff. He's some sort of angel or something. So just the two of us survived from that. It's so dark in here, I'll have to go at random. Okay, you go at random. I'll have a look around. There's that spark of light again. Oh. Yeah. He's not daft, is he? He's following us. Yeah. But he didn't fall down. Alright, Morpheus, don't go all emo on me. It's not what we need right now. Oh, I like that. I like the way he kind of grabbed it and then scrabbled a little bit before he got up. That's good. I wonder if he's introducing these mechanics to you. Like when you're playing the actual game outside of the prologue, I wonder if it makes climbing things and stuff obvious, like climb here. Or if you just have to work it out yourself. I imagine it probably tells you where to go. Oh, an Elder Scroll. What? Sarhat, Eater of Ashes. So if I'm doing the combat wrong, tell me. But basically, I'm just going to spam all my attacks while standing in front of him and not dodging out of the way. Oh. Yeah, so I'm getting knocked and stunned a lot here, so obviously I need to be trying to read the attacks. Oh well, it wasn't that hard. So now it's just us. Oh, nice. And got another pit to jump into. I'm not sure if this is common with Korean MMOs, but I always find it slightly weird when they focus on you as being the ultimate hero, and you're running around and there's loads of other ultimate heroes. ESO is quite similar, actually. You see, you get sent to a dungeon as the hero to do something as part of the story. I've obtained some powers, scroll powers, but they're not instant. So you go in and there's other people running around doing the quest as well, and it kind of does break them. Oh, hang on. How did this dude survive? I love the way he gets thrown against the rock by a giant shrimp and then just gets up without a scratch. Anyway, we've got... First I'll find a stone line. Oh, Leonhold. His hands remind me of the vampire creature from Midnight Mass. Hang on, he's got a crow familiar. Is he a bit dodgy, this bloke? Oh, of course he is. Okay, so he wasn't who we thought he was. I'll have one of those crow pets though. I've achieved C blank sheet. What the hell is that? What is this stuff? C blank sheet. Oh, these are achievements. Okay. Have I gained anything yet? Have I got anything I can level up? Charm +5. Don't know what that means, but we get 0.5% strength increase. Oh, he's got them on. Oh yeah, that's nice. I'm not sure they suit his rugged handsomeness, really, but okay. The environment feels a little bit like Baldur's Gate 3 at the moment so far. Oh, hello. This seems unnecessary. Actually, no, it doesn't. It seems unnecessary with this, but I guess this is showing you the whole area. I'll search for. I'll plough forward because I don't. Kind of want to see the game. I'll get involved in the story when it comes out. This priest was on the boat, wasn't he, originally? What? What? Lol. See you, boys. What? That was cool. It was, he had a little bird that... Oh, there's more of them. I didn't realise these were more dudes. I like the way the bodies explode. That's pretty cool. So another guy who kind of feels a bit like the other guy who turned out to be a demon of some kind. Oh, a nice little carriage ride. It's such a weird advancement system. Like I'm getting XP, fair enough. But I also got like I got 1 intelligence there. What is that for? Detailed info. I've got a strength stat. Is that? I'm assuming that's because I'm a because of my class. Well, you said I got 1 int. It said I should say. Oh, that's interesting. Ah, okay. Charm. That's where the charm and the item came. Okay, so it's just like for dialogue options, is it? That's really cool. I quite like you that you can affect your dialogue options in that way. Engravings, no idea. Tripod gems, literally. Card deck. What? Oh man. Card set effects. Oh, you collect cards. Oh, I like that. The glory of a miracle worker. He hasn't got his head up his own arse, has he? Maybe it was just a translation. There's a dude up here. Oh wow, that horse is amazing. Oops. Oh no. Should we help him? I wonder if you just leave him, what happens? I guess you have to. Here we go. Big swords. Big sword again, and more big swords. There we go. That's the way you do it. Boom, boom, boom. There's a guy there. There was one of them had like a red outfit on, so he stood out from the others. But I'm not sure if you can actually. I'm not sure if it's like Diablo where they've all got names and you get these named mobs that are tougher than other ones. I'm assuming that you do. He's not a popular man, is he, old Aman? That's for sure. I like the different styles of outfits as well. Everyone has. Ah, okay, man. Yeah, I can't imagine me doing much PvP. I like that the costumes have costumes have got definitely got a feel to them, a cultural. So some of the women have got those big hats on, but they're different styles. I quite like that. This is lovely. Here he goes, walking around doing his miracles. I think I'd rather be hanging out with Morpheus, wouldn't you? It's all getting a bit Indiana Jonesy now. I like it. No, I didn't. Wait, no, I never played it. It's one of those ones I kind of had a look at. You know, that didn't. I played a little bit of Black Desert, but other than that, this is the first MMO, I guess, kind of Korean, like from that part of the world MMO that I've really looked at. The Lost Ark, definitely Indiana Jones. So I got some XP. Yeah, I got some Legacy XP, whatever that is, and I got some shillings. There's someone who was born just before the decimalisation of money in the UK. I appreciate having shillings. Yeah, I noticed a lot of bigger streamers and stuff have been looking at this. I kind of wonder if this actually would have got any traction at all if it wasn't for the fact that it's being published by the same people who did New World. I'm not saying it's not a good game, but you know, it's association with that. I wonder if it's opened it up to more people. This is not translated. Okay. Newbie event. Acquirable. Okay, so you got login rewards, got all the usual stuff. Oh, and there's another player. Okay, it's the first other player I've seen. So I guess we're kind of in the world proper. This character's got a rabbit with backpacks. That's awesome. Wowza. I'm getting all this stuff. I'll worry about that when the game comes out proper. Well, proper for me anyway. What is this? Oh, excellent. Oh, what did I pick up? Oh, okay. Well, I like the way you can click on that just get a different view. That's nice. Artemis Adventure Book. Found 1 of 8 viewpoints. Oh, excellent. Okay. So loads of things to discover by the looks of it. Okay. You are the only owner of flowers. He's got a basket of chrysanthemums to Beauty Britta. I'm getting some bits of some sort. I'm getting some experience and some shillings. We always want more shillings. Okay, I'll do that for you. Hey Void, how you doing? So what does that Makoko seed do? I can't find it in my inventory, so I'm assuming it's done something. But as a repairer, it's a lovely, tranquil looking game. Pets manager. Okay, so we've got some nice pets. We've got luxury goods merchant. I want to find this Britta. Is that her? Braca. The lovely Braca, who's always got the flowers. Oh, she's a bit vain. And why not? Oh, that's hard. That's cold. Okay. I've got to decorate the flower bed with the flowers. Okay, interesting. Well, the gardener needs to up his game, clearly, because... No, go back out again. Where do I put the flowers? Oh, I think it's... Oh, okay, so numbers correspond to... There we go. Oh, nice. Talk to Braca again. I'll talk to Braca anytime you like. Can you give me them shillings? A circus sign. It did say I had some post, actually. Let's go and talk to the post. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Where am I going? Who was the guy playing the music? There is a bard class. I like the bard class. I like the looks of it, but it did seem as though it was quite heavy support. Attendance. Oh, wowzer. Okay, so we're getting various levels of healing potions. Okay, sorry, that's for ammo. That's for emotes. What? Let's not worry about that at the moment. I just want to like, yeah, I mean, it looks amazing. Your character particularly, I've noticed some of the other models when you get up close to them, some of the textures look a bit bland, but I love this rabbit with a backpack. From what I've played so far, it's very early days. I think I probably will, if it's available. I think I will main the artillerist thing character. That looks a lot more interesting. I'll give that. I'm not sure who said it. Neriak. I think you said it was called a blaster instead, didn't you? I'll check that out at some point. Okay. Everyone seems to have a rabbit. Oh, what the hell is that? See, that for me, that's kind of verging on the immersion breaking. Kind of. I mean, I know it's fantasy, but then a rabbit carrying a satchel probably should be anyway. Okay, mate. Thank you. No problems. No, I mean, I mean, the translation's good enough to play, but I'm going to assume there are some issues. I keep wanting. I know it's not a very good, probably good streaming thing, but I'd like to zoom in and just see the. I want to see this dude. Can you turn the camera, or is it just fixed view? Okay, here we go. Oh, nary a wowzer. I don't know. I need I need a book of adventure. Wow, what is that? Adventure book. Adventure book. Oh God, there's so many screens with so many things. Collectibles. Big red beak, white beard, white bird. Statue of a woman. So I get these all things you can just find in. Oh yeah, so I found that viewpoint already. I do like this. It probably doesn't come across in other games that I play, but I'm a bit of a sucker for running around collecting things and filling up books and stuff. Okay, well I like my adventure book so far. There's a lot of players here. Has she got a quest for me? Okay, we've got a little sightseeing quest. Equipment trader. I think she was in the room previous. Is this a dead end? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I don't often play games that have got much of it, really. I guess it's just from playing older MMOs, but I do enjoy it. Whoa, look at that now. That's gorgeous. Graphically, it's gorgeous. What's nice, I guess, visually about playing an MMO like this, whereas I'm kind of more used to playing the indie MMOs, is that all the models are generally going to be drawn by someone rather than coming from a like the Unity shop or whatever. Blimey, I'm going to assume Ilara gets no trouble in her shop. I kind of quite while on for the face of it, this quest might look like they've just got you running around. What is that? No, what is that? Someone had something floating behind them. Whenever I play a new game, I'm always like a child. While this game might seem, while this quest might seem like, oh god, go here, go to this person. I quite like the way it's kind of moving you around the area so you can just see different things. Like this quest person is over near the pet manager and that kind of thing. So I quite like that. Oh, I like that little compass or something he's got there. Okay, got to check a viewpoint. I believe, like, what I think, what I quite like, what I. Ooh, hello, is that another one of those things? Yes. So these are collectibles. I'll have to check out, see what all this stuff does. No, don't walk across the flowers, Bob. Yeah, I believe they're releasing all the content at once, are they? For us over here. So there's going to be a lot to do, unlike New World, I think. So okay. We did this already, but we'll do it for the quest. I was ahead of myself there. I quite like the way they quite like the way the quest moved you towards one of the viewpoints. Oh, you didn't say that, rude, and I would have been looking. In a night attack, okay. Reenie phones. I find myself reading the text now because I'm quite interested in what's going on. Yeah, it's quite weird. I saw that. Like I came into this game looking for a couple of classes that weren't available. So I guess I don't know if they rotate some of them in and out, do they, or just some regions just don't have certain classes. Or as you said, like I think with the blaster, maybe they just called a different name. Really, her name's different here. Okay, was making a new song. I've got to stimulate Reenie phone, have I? Okay. How do I do that, Reenie? What do you want me to do? Oh, I've got to do. Let's dance. Come on, Reenie. How long are you going to leave me here dancing? Okay. That's excellent. She's smoking a... I say he. I say, is it a he? Must be Renee then. Okay. Cool. I did a bit of dancing. Got some shillings. Got to pay shillings for dancing. What does that make me? What is that? That's horrible. Okay. Oh no, this guy. He's. I bet he's the blaster, isn't he? This is the class I wanted to try. The big gun. There's the music again. I love that. I get a big horn. It'd be nice to have like a bard as a secondary class, maybe, or a support class as a secondary class. They like a pipe. the I mean, it's just it was a fan. It's a fan patch, but the translation patch is quite odd as you would expect. But you can get by. Don't need to do that. So it wants us to. Is this a travel point? Yeah, looking at the combat, it does feel as though it's quite DPS based. I love the I love the horn playing. Okay, so it's leading us around. It says this. So Nail has taught us about portals. Oh, look at that horse. Look at his mane. It's amazing. See if we can get a little close up of that without... not quite. I love the musical notes that come up. That's brilliant. Okay. Said something about a Song of Escape. I'm assuming that maybe that's something that I've collected. It doesn't matter at the moment. Oh, there's my cards collection. Lots of systems to pick up. Must remember to keep getting my level ups as well. What's this? Memories. No, not at the moment. Oh, music. There we go. Cool. So, are these songs anyone can learn? You can play songs on the quick bar. Yeah, wowzer. Oh, excellent. Okay, so I can play music as well. Yeah, playing this character was basically just playing out my guts fantasy, essentially. Okay, got a new item. Increase hero movement speed by 40% on 12 seconds. It also makes me immune to effects that reduce movement. Okay. Okay, so not a wearable item. But an item that can be used... Oh, it's already there. So an item that can be used from... Okay, fair enough. What if you can recharge stuff? Hi, Jason. Yes, when it first started, the story, like the prologue story, went by fairly at a fair pace, and I kind of wasn't really involved in it. But now I've got into the main part of the game. I think the thing is that I'm using this is the Russian version, and I'm using like a fan made translation patch essentially. Oh, oh wow, I love that. That must have been like a teleportation song they played with that guitar. Excellent. Yeah, but where was I? Yeah, but I'm using a translation patch, so some of the translation's not great. So it's sometimes when you're reading something, it doesn't quite make sense. So I'm assuming all that will be sorted out for the EU release. I mean, it looks great, sounds great. Um, if you like bashing things with big things or big spells, then yeah, this looks like it's going to be okay. Yeah, I was a bit unsure about it as well because I must confess I've never really like back in the day. I used to play a ton of Japanese games on um, like Mega Drive and SNES and then PlayStation and stuff. I know it's not Japanese, but I didn't really play games from and I kind of went off Asian games for quite a long time. And I looked at some of the MMOs and I wasn't sure about them, but I must confess that I'm enjoying it now. It's quite linear at the moment, but Nariak said it does open up later on. So, and it seems to have all of the stuff that an MMO's got. And I think as well, I'm not sure if Nariak can correct me, but I think I think the game, from what I've heard, the game was kind of released in tiers. I'm not sure if they're like expansion packs, but I think that we're getting all the game straight away. So I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of content as well. This guy looks well cool. Looks like a wrestler. I do quite like the way the quests are laid out as well. This quest is just moving me around the area, so I'm seeing different things, visiting different locations. Oh, is that a mob? Yes, it is. Okay, so these are the mobs I need to collect the feathers from. Ah, okie doke. Yeah, I did. I've been following. I found a channel yesterday for someone who's been playing the Russian version quite a lot. I think he's quite well. I think he's quite a well known. I think he's been doing YouTube content for quite a few years. Um, and he said that they do seem to be making some changes for the for the Western market with regards to kind of what you're saying. So potentially. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if like grinding mobs to level is a thing or not. I know it used to. It is in these games quite heavily generally, but maybe this is just not one of those games. What's this? I think I've just discovered also that killing one mob at a time is really a waste of time in games like this. I think, you know, just although they're not. Okay, so I've got my feathers. Yeah, so this is the first area that I've really come to out of the prologue, really, and it's already much bigger. I don't mind the fact, if it's the case, I don't mind the fact that you don't need to grind mobs to level up, though. It's like a... Yeah, so as I was saying, I found this this YouTube channel of a guy who's been playing the game for quite a few years. So I'm going to watch some of his videos just to try and... I don't want to spoil anything, but I think with this game with so many different systems, it might be quite nice to be slightly prepared going into it. What I've noticed as well coming out here is that I guess if I look at the mini map, it will tell me where the locations I need to go to. Oh, hello. But there's nothing pointing me. Oops, just opened the mini map. But there's nothing pointing me. Oh, this is a boss, is it? Was that a boss? No, I don't think so. Oh, that's good. Watching different classes as well. It's like a blade mastery. Oh, look at that blade's awesome. Some of these characters were in the cinematic at the start. I think when you entered the world. Hey mate, how's it going? like that bloke. I think Morpheus was a lot more interesting, wasn't he? Some random guard. Maybe he's not a random guard. Knows the location of the slab. What was that? Strength ether. I don't know what that was though. Bloody hell, collect giant hearts. Holy smokes. Ah, here we go. There's those seeds you were talking about. There's 51 to collect. Ooh. Press Z. Oh, bloody rush. Whoa. Oh, I've got like a nice. I think I kind of wasted it. There you go. What is this dude? Ah, so actually, we're talking about farming mobs, but you do. Okay. Okay, not the right level. Okay, so I can't build up my rage for a period of time. So killing mobs, you do get loot drops, so I'm not sure if that's the primary way of leveling up. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if you're familiar with playing, I mean, I haven't played this type of game for quite a long time. I'm enjoying it so far. I mean, at the moment it's quite linear, but Neriak did say that it opens up a lot later on. Yeah, I mean, it looks great. Voice acted, all seems pretty decent. Some of the classes seem quite interesting. I think because the game's been going for quite some time, we're getting quite a lot of content quite early as well. So he says, "Who are you so that I report to you about Mr. Hammond?" Well, you've basically just told me about him. What difference does it make to me? Okay. Oh, we got a level. That's our first level. Uh-oh. Got 5 skill points. What do you think about the skill points, Neriak? I mean, is there anything here particularly that... Execution seems like a nice attack. Okay, so it can't be interrupted. Applies a bleed. Increased damage. Ah, okay, so you work down the tree, and so I need 4 points to move down. And 20 points to move, I guess. Best skills. Okay, so I can't put points into that. Ah, so if I put a point into this tree, I get all of these, and then I put another point in. You get like you get the next level for it. Is that how it works? Okay, well, execution seems to be my damaging skill, so jumping smash also seems to do a lot of damage. Let's put a couple of points into each one. Just hung a point there. It doesn't really matter at the moment. Okay. Oh, bugger. Okay, so do I need to put all 4 points? I need to do 4 of 4 points in here to get this row, do I? I think that's where I think I've made a bit of a boo-boo there, haven't I? Let's test that out. Ah, so I put 3 points. I put 4 points in, and I can choose one of these. Fair enough. Let's do more damage. There we go. I'll save that point. Okay, I think we've got an idea. Oh, these dudes. I didn't expect there to be. I didn't expect there to be some guys there. Let's check out my new skill. Can I? I've already used it. I've already used it. Didn't expect. I thought they were just NPCs. Come, boys. Let's go. I'm not wasting my skill on one of you. Boom! Woo! Let's have a look at the... Okay, let's go this way. Hi, Matt. Basically, yeah, that seems to be the way. Ah, so they've got like a mode where they try and scare you off, or they say, well, I'm going to attack you if you don't move away. Fair enough. Oops. Okay, it's telling me not to leave an area for a quest. Okay. That was interesting. It's telling me not to leave the area, was it? Without doing that quest? Oh, that's all right. Oh, I forgot about that. Little dodge move on a cooldown. Yeah, I can do that as well. Legend of Flink. Oh, look at that. I always feel there's two ways of playing these games. Well, for me anyway, because I'm... Go to the old chapel. Oh, is it a dungeon? Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know. Like 25 years ago, I was the sort of person who would sit down and meticulously plan out builds and all that kind of stuff. But I have to be honest, I just can't be bothered to do it anymore. Um, Unless it's a game that I really like, really super get into. Um, so I don't mind that too much. Saying that, I don't want to spoil it for myself. I'll probably look at, like, for the artillerist class or blast or whatever it's going to be called. I'll probably look at the basics just so I don't do anything too stupid, and then pick my own skills. I don't know if it's a translation. It probably is, but the story is a bit hit and miss at the moment. I mean, the people. I guess I'm still being moved around the areas, looking for this part of this tablet or whatever. But I do feel I've slightly zoned out on the quest front. Yeah, I used to do that. I don't. It's not something that I do too much anymore. Yeah, what I would do is get a basic idea to make sure I'm not doing anything wrong, and then oh, it's an Elder Scroll. No, it's not as a viewpoint. Oh, hello. Yeah, I'll probably I'll probably look at some builds to make sure I'm not doing anything stupid and not ruining the character, if that's possible, and then just go from there. I think with games like this, a lot of it's obvious in a way. You know, the skills are fairly unambiguous in regards to telling you what it does. I mean, I kind of find that looking at this game, whatever class I was playing, I'll be looking at doing enough damage first of all, and then the rest of the points I'd probably look into just self sustain if it's possible, or knockbacks like crowd control type stuff. I mean, this game seems to be quite a lot to do with hitting things and keeping them stun locked or in the air so they don't hit you back, essentially. For the normal like trash mobs anyway. Because your abilities are on cooldown and they hit everything, it does make you want to just get everything together and then use a big one. I haven't used my shoulder charge yet. I guess I haven't needed to, but plague spore. Oh, another collectible. Loads of collectibles. Oh, hello. I'm going to assume the average age of that player is about 15. You go, girl. I like the I like the blades and the shadow graphics and stuff. So this person just seems to be grinding mobs. Maybe they've got a quest I haven't got. There's like a little pile of books there. I wonder if that's for a quest at some point. No, I saw a video. I saw that there was, I saw a video breakdown of the classes, and they said bards and paladins are really, really, really important at the end game stuff. So yeah, it seems as though they're the two support classes. I think so. This person gave the impression that they're really important at end game. What have we got here? So we've got some plague spores. Okay. Ah, so I can wear my new leggings. And I've got a new helmet. Level 65. I wonder why the item equipment stuff is so high. Level item is so high. So kill some bandits. Let's go and do that first. I love the way those. I know you can't hear it. I have to apologise for that. Those bandits go. Some little cackle. Let's group them all up. Come on, dudes. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I only need to kill 4, so it's overkill, but yeah, this does have some monkey type classes from what I can tell. Alright, you kill them then. The only pet class I've seen so far is in this not really a pet class as such, but it's just something called a summoner that summons creatures and stuff that as attacks. That looked really cool. That was one of the classes I was interested in, the artillerist or the summoner. So I'll probably give that a try next. No taming, unfortunately. Adventures of the West collectibles. So what is this? Okay, so this is just a. It says tradable. I don't think I've got it though. So Okay. Ah, that's what that symbol was. I wonder what it was. Teleporter. Okay, where next? Oops. Okay, so it wants to... Oh, sorry. I keep pressing attack skills and stuff. Dark Talon Caves Cave. Foggy Forest Crypt. Oh, that looks like a place to go. Was that 30 shillings? 30 shillings? How many shillings have I got? Hey, Dr. Pringles, thanks, man. I got 112. Wow, it's 30 of my shillings to go there. Holy smokes. Okay, well. Oh, I'm playing the... Excellent. So I'm playing the music to go through the portal. Nice. I think I've got a couple of quests to turn in here. Does it say it wants me to talk to Ilara again? Okay, so what's this? Ring. Let's go and see what this quest is. That's the old dude. He wanted the feathers, didn't he? Nope. Okay. A little run there because it's going to cost 30 shillings otherwise. Well, so far I think the opening has been it's been pretty good. It's yeah, fairly easy going. Nothing really challenging so far. It's interesting. There was a mob there that was glowing orange, and kind of aggroed me straight away. I'm not sure if that's some sort of special mob that is like a leader or something. Yeah, but it's fairly been very straightforward so far. I love the visuals, sound. It sounds good. Seems to be a lot of systems to learn, but I guess it's a game that's been out for a few years now, so. I think I've done the right thing running up here. Oh, there we go. Tighten your belts. Tighten your belts, boys. Identity skills. Okay, mate. Well, this is the I'll put a link to the video that I used, but I followed some video instructions to get the Russian version running. So this is the Russian version with I think with a player-made translation patch, which seems to work okay. Some of the translation's a bit weird, but there's enough to follow the quests and stuff. I just wanted to try it out before I pre-ordered on Steam, basically. Identity skills. Okay, another system to learn. I keep there seems to be a lot of different ways to level up the character. So there's this legacy leveling. I'm not quite sure when that goes up. But you've also got this bar here, which I think is this combat. There's legacy. There's a legacy experience gaining, which seems to give you basic stat upgrades. Then you've got combat one, which I guess. Oh, actually, no, I've just worked it out. I guess that's for combat skill points to spend on your skills, and this is for your character. There's a lot of games coming out this month, isn't there? I was quite keen on Dying Light 2 and Elden Ring. Yeah. I keep pressing the attack button. What is that? Always a... Cool, so I've got to look at all this treasure. So I got an achievement for killing a boss, I guess. Nice. Yeah, I think you're just talking about there's just quite a big month this month for games, and all seem to be pretty good games as well. More quests. Oops. Okay. Sculpture golems. That's a new one. Yeah, I'm still moving forward on TACP, but very. Oh, look at these dudes, but very slowly. I think my characters are 58 now. I did some playing of power, little bit of playing of power stuff. Done. That's quick. I started a character on Mortal on 2 on the I started a character the weekend, like release for the release. I don't know really. It's funny, like when I did the Mortal Online 2 videos, I had a couple of people saying you shouldn't play this game. You're supporting people that are whatever they are. I don't know. You always get that. You know, people just don't. Developers do something people don't like, and then they become enemies or whatever and whatnot. But there's this. I think it's the one lead guy in particular. Some people just, is it Henrik or something? Some people just don't seem to like him. Are you talking about the server thing where he said that their servers can comfortably handle like 10,000 people, but people just can't get on the game because of login problems? Yeah, I don't know. Stupid thing to say. Yeah, it's like I guess it's like it's like when I did that video talking about. Yeah, I know. I mean, I got into Haven, fine. Apparently, that's fine. But when you try and go onto the mainland, that's where the problem is. Yeah, hopefully they're working on it. I think the thing is that you. It's like when I was talking in the that video I did about Asheron's Call, when I was talking about people. There were some responses to that video that were almost like, well, yeah, that's how MMOs are, just grindy shit. And it's the same with this server. It's the same with these new MMOs that are coming out. They've got problems. It's almost like people just come to accept it anymore. And I don't like these YouTube channels that are always moaning about games. They've always got something negative to say about games and games companies and stuff. But at the same time, like I do feel we've got to a point where people are just willing to accept anything. I mean, when I was talking about Project Gorgon, it wasn't just that game; it was other games. But some people were saying, "Yeah, well, that's just how it is." So this is crap. Yeah, all right, but that's just how it is. It's. I think we've just got used to things being a certain way, rather than voting with our wallets and saying we're just not having this. We just got to a point where we just seem to be willing to accept a lot more. And I'm coming from culturally. I'm coming from a place where I used to have to get on a bus as a kid and travel a distance to buy a Commodore 64 tape and travel back again, and it might not work, or I might have to muck around with the heads on the tape recorder, on the tape player, or whatever it may be. So, I come from a gaming background where you'd get a PC game, it wouldn't work, so you had to phone up the company and whoever it was, the publisher, and they would send you a patch on a disc. So it's not like I'm not used to things going wrong. But I think it was different then, in the sense that I think there was just a lot more creativity in games, and I guess it was early days, so people were finding their feet and finding out what they could do and couldn't do. But I do feel that nowadays we've got to this point where we do seem to be accepting of things just being rubbish, and particularly with MMO releases, and they all seem to be terrible. Yeah, I mean, I think you can be negative. You just get channels now that are just devoted to I mean, I honestly think that there are a lot of channels out there now that hope that when a game's released, it doesn't work, because then they've just got content to do essentially. Oh, this guy's a bit of a dude. Not anymore. Yeah, and some of the problems I had on Commodore 64 were self-inflicted, because if you got pirate tapes, you might have to adjust the heads on the tape. So that was just something. I think, I mean, maybe it was because we were more technologically savvy from a hardware point of view, because everything's online now. You don't need to be, but like I was willing to muck around with the heads on the tape deck, or create batch files on the PC to run games that needed specific types of the basic memory that you got on your PC, that kind of thing. But I think you're right. I think from a technology point of view, that's just how it was, and I think I don't think it's a technology issue now. I think it's just developers just thinking what can we get away with to get the game out, so we can make some money, and we'll fix the issues later. Yeah, like PC was a nightmare. Running games on DOS. I had all these batch files just so that I had enough, so that I could, some games you had to free up almost all of the 640k RAM you had, just to get, irrespective of how much other RAM you had, it had to have a certain amount of the PC standard or internal RAM. I can't remember what it was called. It was called a certain type of RAM, wasn't it? Yeah, so I had the batch files, different games. I can't remember. It was a game that I had a nightmare running. I don't know if it was like Wing Commander or something. It just required almost all of the memory. Okay. Oh, Ultima 7, that was it. That was a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Ultima 7 was the first kind of three extended memory. Yeah, that's right. Ultima 7 was the first 3D-ish one, wasn't it? Where you had your character run around and you had platforming and stuff. I mean, it wasn't even worth getting running, I don't think. Or was Ultima 7 the really, really amazing one? No, 7 might have been the amazing one, wasn't it? I think it might have been 8 or 9 where they went to that. That's it, yeah. Yeah, it seems to be Origin games seem to be more problematic, I found. Oh yeah, 7 was the classic, wasn't it? 8 was the horrible thing. Whoa, did I just get a mount? I think I did. I'll stop it. Okay, I just right clicked on my mount. It's gone. I haven't lost it. I've got a new sword though. Okay, Alt V, open transport window, summon. Woo! There we go. It could be. It could. As I said, I think I just said it previously. I'm repeating myself. It could be a. It could be a translation thing, but I'm a bit lost with the quest. I know it's trying to lead me towards this stone tablet thing, but it's all got a bit muddled, if I'm honest. But that could just be the translation. Okay. Yeah, I had to get the black one. Ooh, hello. They got some works of art just lying around in the sun. What the hell are they doing? Are they traps coming out of the ground there? Let's round up some dudes. Boom. I think I'm surprised that they didn't go for the whole Diablo-esque style, like breaking open boxes and stuff to... Hello. Acting director asleep. Is this the? Is that his name? Here we go. Let's hit him up with some big blows. Boom. There we go. Whoa! How did I do that? I don't know. How did that spinny roundy thing? I feel like I pressed something after a certain attack. Oh well. Maybe it was my superpower thing that I activated and I pressed the wrong button. Okay. Yeah, I was saying earlier, I haven't played a Diablo viewpoint game for quite some time. I just much preferred the immersion of the first or third person. I mean, I played the crap out of a new Diablo game if it came out, but yeah, I feel the same though. Actually, it was the one thing that I wasn't quite sure about this game actually, but What am I doing? I've gone the wrong way. Yep, I like the horse animation. Seems to be able to avoid mobs pretty well as well on the horse. Ah, okay, mate. Yeah, I did notice some other letters on the powers. That's good to know. Okay. Okay, we're on to the forest ruins. Okay. Oh, contaminated beam off. Nice. Considering we're quite early into the game, we're seeing a fair selection of different mob types as well. Yeah, first person's always my preferred option. But yeah, I don't mind that. I think top-down view does make the world seem smaller as well. Like these locations would feel a lot bigger if you were in first person, for example, or whatever. I think that's kind of one of the other things as well. Particularly for an MMO, you kind of lose a bit of the scope of the world. I think on this viewpoint. Okay, so I think we're off to the forest ruins. Yeah, the view distance. What the hell? Yeah, you just lose that scope, don't you? I think that's the... Hello? Are we talking to a bush? Yes. Poison fog stones, that mob is called. Okay. There we go. Kill shamans of the poison fog. Okie doke. One shot him. I think Ultra Online was different. I think it's quite unique in that sense, in that they captured. Oh, I got a level that they captured. I think that kind of immersive open world feeling, like from that viewpoint, essentially. I mean, I have to be honest. You know, I know Nerek said earlier that it does open up a lot, but at the moment, it feels quite. I feel quite limited in what I'm doing and where I can go and the scope of the world. Essentially, I think that's kind of what's missing. I think Ultra Online is one of the few games to capture that. I think Diablo did it as well. I think that's what makes those games stand out from this viewpoint. But it's early days, you know. Oh, I got some skill points. I don't know if my next skill till level 14, so that's still a couple of levels off. So you do need quite a lot of points actually. So to increase, I'm assuming I need 20 points here to then be able to increase. Oh, but I can pick any one of the. Now I've opened up this tree. I can now pick any one of these as well. But you need 20 points. So that will that cost a point? So I need to save up 20 points for these ones. Bleed effects don't seem to be required at the moment. This particular skill just one-shots things, so... muscle spasm. I'll save my points for now. I don't really feel like I need them. It wants me to collect some chrysanthemums. I like a chrysanthemum in this game. Okay. Should we just go and have a look at this cave over here? I mean, a quest might lead us there later, but whatever. You know, we'll go and have a look. Maybe it's a dungeon we can go in. Oh, hello. Don't. Oh. Do not leave the current area. That's interesting. So this I've got a timer on this quest. Essentially, is that what he's telling me? And I need to do it. Not leave. I need to do it while I'm in the area. I think MMO means just so many different things now, doesn't it? I mean, I mean, you know, I think it is an MMO in a traditional sense as well. I just think that, like you, I mean, I'm struggling a little bit with the perspective. I've got my Fury up, but I'll save that. I mean, I think there are dungeons and raids and all that kind of thing and whatnot later on, you know. So, I mean, we've literally been playing. How long have we been playing? I mean, we're 2.5 hours in, so There is a town in this. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but there is a town where there are lots of other players running around and stuff. I mean, I never, yeah, MMO. Oh, what the hell's going on here? It's like a, whoa, it's like a boss dude. Yeah, I think. I mean, I think when you played Tomb Raider's bottom, oh, that mob dropped some loot. Yeah, I mean, I mean, when Destiny came out and they were calling that an MMO, I thought that's not an MMO, but I guess it's just thinking about it more of a traditional MMORPG like EverQuest and whatnot. Oh, hello. Didn't want to train these people then. Yeah, I guess it's a more broader term now. Oh, hello, is a dungeon. Requirements not met. Oh, okay, I need to quest. The forest ruins not completed. Okay. There are other players about, like even in this section. And if you go, when I was in the town earlier, there were a lot of other players around. Yeah, as you said, I think the term just means something different now, doesn't it? I mean, to me, it was always MMOs are always EverQuest, Ultra Online, that kind of thing. Warcraft, World of Warcraft. Let's go and get the flowers for dude. Oh, is that a boss? Oh yeah. How'd you like that? I set off that whirlwind thing again. I don't know. I don't know how I did it. Oh well. Oh well. Let's collect those flowers instead. I'm raging while I'm collecting flowers. That can't be good for you. None of this seems instant so far. So wherever I've been, there's been other people always. Oh, another dude. There's that whirlwind thing again. How did I do that? I pressed S. As you said, there must be something where I'm pressing S after doing another skill. I'm not sure what it is. Okay. Got some better equipment. Plague spores. We've got some blue gloves, which are a bit better. Okay. Yeah, I when I say you can run around everything, you can see people. It's not instanced. It's mainly just these areas. I mean, I don't mind if the dungeons are instanced and stuff. I think it kind of makes sense now, particularly when I know that Warcraft and other more modern MMOs have instancing with their normal zones as well, just to help with the load and stuff. But oh, hello. In Eriac, I think you've hit it on the head, and I think that's currently, I'd say overall my experience so far, that's currently the problem I'm having with it. I don't feel connected with my character. I'm not sure if it's a perspective or if it's maybe it's something just to do with the translation patch, as I said. I'm not sure, but I'm not feeling that. Maybe I just don't like the class. I'm feeling it a bit boring, to be honest. Although it is early on. I'm sure some strategy comes later, but there's kind of, it feels like a game that's probably going to be quite DPS spaced, DPS-y, which again is fine. I don't have a massive problem with that. And I know you've got support classes that sound as though they're needed later on. Yeah, just a connection with a character. I think you hit the nail on the head there. I'm not feeling any connection at the moment. This might sound weird. I think the problem with like Korean MMOs is that the characters are so stylized. I mean, like my character is so handsome as to be just unrealistic. And it's the same with the women, you know. And I don't know. I guess that's why some people play it. You know, when you see like women particularly at like some sort of con or comic con or whatever, they like to dress how their character is in game or in a comic or whatever it is. So it's obviously an attraction, but it might sound weird, but I do find the total perfectness of my bloke kind of unrelatable. It's a slightly bald, slightly overweight bloke. I know that we play these games to not be like that, but I think visuals get to a point where it's just a bit too, you know. But I'm not connected to my character at all at the moment. There we go. Archer boss. Let's see if we can run around these dudes. Oh, hello. Let's have some big hits. Woo! I'll go back to the character creation in a sec. What's the time? Let me check what the time is. I've got a little bit. I'll play for a little bit longer. Then at the end of the video, I'll go back to the character creation screen so you can see. Do you know what? It's weird. Like, I want to try it again. But about before Christmas, I downloaded Final Fantasy 14 to start playing it. Because I kind of thought about playing it for a while, but then all this stuff went on with Warcraft, and you know, people like Asmongold said, "Oh, screw Warcraft, I'm going to go and play Final Fantasy 14." So being a bit of a lemming, I thought I would try it as well, and I had the same problem there. I was really finding it difficult to connect to my character, and it's the same here, and I'm not sure what it is. But I do want to go back to Final Fantasy 14 because it looks like it's got a load of great content. And it looks like really story. In fact, I was going to play Final Fantasy 14 before I decided to give this a go. It's not just a look. I think it's kind of like my bloke just feels like a bit of a. He's just a bit meh. Like he's not. It's difficult to explain because, like in EverQuest, when I play an ogre, my ogre doesn't talk. There's no lines whatsoever, but I still connect to him. But I think it's because this is a story-driven game, and my bloke just stands there. He doesn't have any, like in EverQuest, an ogre's got a personality. You know, you don't need anything to tell you what the personality's like. In this game, I've got no idea what my bloke's like. Everyone's talking and whatnot, and he just doesn't. He's got nothing at all. He just feels like you could replace him with anything, it wouldn't make any difference. So that's kind of what I'm struggling with in the game at the moment, slightly. But it is early days. Maybe this changes. Maybe as you go along, maybe I'm playing the wrong class. Maybe as you go along, you get more, you unlock more skills and stuff. You develop more of a connection with your character. Oh, I smashed. Yeah, I mean, I'm not against stories in MMOs. You know, it seems as though Final Fantasy 14 particularly does it really well. And been playing a little bit of ESO recently, and yeah, it seems all right. What am I doing here? Don't leave the kill dagger claw bandits. Okay. I think the problem with story-driven MMOs is that when a game puts you as the central hero, but you just see loads of other players running around who are also the central hero, it's completely immersion breaking. Like when I was playing ESO, you know, the quest would send me to a dungeon to do a quest, and it was talking as though, you know, oh, you're the only one who can do the quest, and please save us type thing. When you get to the quest location, there's loads of other players there. It's not instance for you, so there's loads of other players there. That's where I think instancing is a good thing. So where you've got a story-based MMO, so when you go to a quest location that's integral to the quest, it's just you. Because otherwise, if you run in there and there's those other players, it just breaks the immersion of you being the hero. I think that's a problem with this game as well. Like you're placed as a central hero in the story, but so is everyone else that's running around. So it just feels a bit like in EverQuest, you're part of a race. In Warcraft, you're part of a faction or whatever. You're not the central. There's big stuff going on around you, but you're not the central chosen one. And I think that's probably where MMOs break down, that are story driven. That's just me. Yeah, so far, I mean, I'm going to play this up until release. I'm going to play this for a bit, but at the moment I'm undecided. We got your flowers, dude. No, it's funny. Like a lot of people, I see a lot of people say that. You know, they talk about just not bothering reading the text. They just don't care, and that's what I was. That's the point I was trying to make when I did some Pantheon videos, where people got a bit shirty because about all of the dialogue in the dungeons, and I'd said people who play EverQuest don't, and Pantheon, I guess, don't want that. You know, they don't want to be in a dungeon, and have the dungeon group stop because people are reading text for a quest and stuff. That's just not what they want. But you know, what can you do? Yeah, that kind of thing is massively immersion breaking as well. I saw today that they're doing. Sorry, I know I've stopped playing. Just quite interested in the conversation. I noticed in World of Warcraft, what they're doing is they're allowing cross-faction grouping and stuff for dungeons and raids and things, which I think is a good idea. It's kind of like a long time coming, but I think they missed a trick. I think it would have been quite good to take the game in a different direction. So they could have had an expansion where the Horde and Alliance kind of teamed up. You know, they kind of like made peace to a certain extent, but you could have had against some new terror or something, or some new enemy there where you're fighting against it together. But you kind of had factions within Horde and Alliance who weren't happy with the with the truce and all that kind of stuff. That'd have been quite good, and just taking the game in a different direction. But I think what they're doing is they're just introducing it as like you can now group with the other side, basically. Oh no, I mean I always read the quest text thing, always. But I think there's some people who the questing is just a secondary. They just want to get to the end game and do. They just want to get to the end game and just do raids and stuff, basically. And it's just a different way of. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think they're just plonking it in. I think it would have been good to do it as an expansion. So just take the game in a different direction. Um, but yeah, I've heard that a lot of alliance servers are terrible to try and get things done. There's just not enough people. So um, yeah, they could have kind of like worked that in with the faction mixing thing that they're going to be doing. Yeah, I mean certain events where you keep them faction based, but for raids and stuff, I think the thing is as well, like in any war, the foot soldiers, most of the foot soldiers are like, what am I here for? Why am I here dying for who? Like what? Who cares? I just want to go home. So it's not like um, you think of the Christmas truce. It's not like these things. It's not like it's immersion breaking. Like these things wouldn't happen, particularly just for frontline soldiers on the ground. I'm hankering for a slightly different environment now, so I'm hoping that. Oh, I can go to the cave. Oh, that might do it. What have we got here? So we got a new helmet. That's the same. Oh, got slightly better legs. That'll do. Oh, this little blue arrow is telling me it's an upgrade, is it? Maybe. There we go. It's something that should have been done. God no, I don't know what 10 years ago. I mean, it's just. I'm gonna have to. No, am I gonna have to fight that? I don't want to train that person. Oh, there we go. So finally worked out how the how the whirlwind works. It's just the skill, it turns out. Okay, so I think I can go in here now. It's funny like a lot of people talking about the Microsoft takeover, and I don't like the way gaming is now. Essentially, the way you seem to have a few companies who homogenise their games so they're all the same. I mean, literally, you could play any Ubisoft game and it would all be the same. Go to this tower, open up this area, run around doing these little tasks. They're just all the same. So I mean, I'm not a fan of Microsoft taking over anything particularly. I think I've probably got enough. But saying that, um, maybe it'll be good for Warcraft. I don't know. I don't know if they're using the same team. Maybe they'll move some new people onto it or whatever. Okay, so we're in a nice little dungeony environment at the moment, and it looks like it might be instance as well. Might as well just pull all the dudes. Yeah, essentially, yeah, they know exactly what to do to keep people. And the thing is, like, I'm someone who, like, in theory, not against like cash shops, for example, but I just feel that. But when you see like uh, you know, footage captured of meetings where they're talking about how they can squeeze the last penny out of someone, particularly someone who might be particularly people who are just addicted to that kind of thing, it does leave very sour taste. I should be moving my thingy, shouldn't I? Just rather than dodge, just actually get into place, just to position myself. Well, there's two things wrong with AAA gaming at the moment, and the second one might be a bit controversial for some people. I don't know. The first one is monetization, which has always been mentioned, and the second one is that they're choosing they're choosing politics over creativity. They're hiring people based on their politics who are just not as good as some other people that maybe don't have the right politics. It's like I was listening to, I can't remember what it was. It might have been the reveal of this new survival game that Blizzard are working on. And the first thing they put in, one of the main points they made was how diverse the team is that are working on it. Who gives a shit? No one. You know, what we want is good games. That's all we want. Ultimately, most people. We got some nutters on Twitter who want something else. But that's what's wrong with AAA gaming. It's monetization and politics. Those two things have ruined it essentially. I won't be surprised. A lot of the AA games or the indie games we're seeing are from developers who have got the talent, but they couldn't get a job for whatever reason. Probably because they was a white bloke. I know that might sound controversial for some people, but there you go. And I think and I think people who create people at the moment who are in these positions just you know don't understand why people like I'm getting cross just talking about I'm getting cross myself talking about it because the one thing that jumps to mind for me is the fucking Witcher, and I apologise for swearing. Like they've ruined the Witcher in my opinion. You know, absolutely ruined it. As someone who loves the books, read them when they first translated to English, um, absolutely love them. But the series is ruined, absolutely ruined. The second series is an absolute farce. Um, I have no idea what they think they're doing. It's like it seemed like the whole arc was we're going to take Yennefer's powers away, which is a load of rubbish anyway. It never happened, just so that she can be the main focus through the whole series. Although it's called The Witcher, you know, this series should be about Geralt. It should be about Ciri. And when I hear people say, "Well, Geralt's not the focus of the books," I need to go back and read the books again because Geralt is that's a red herring they use to try to make it seem as though what they're doing is okay. You know, Geralt is the main focus in pretty much all of the books, apart from one book where they sort of focus a bit more about the female like wizard enclave thing, but. And the way I mean, I feel so sorry for Henry Cavill, the way that they wrote Geralt in the book in the series. I mean, Geralt is such a philosopher in the books and in the games as well, but generally in the series, he's just like a grunt, and I just find it, yeah, makes me cross because it's happening with everything. It's not just one or two things. Like I feel that everything that's being adapted at the moment, or every franchise that's being reimagined, is being done so just because there's some poxy, I don't know, I was going to say hipster millennial, maybe it could be anyone, couldn't it really? I don't want to blame millennials for everything. But you know, it's like everything that's being adapted or whatever is being adapted through the lens of real world political views, and it's just like ruining it all, in my opinion. And I'm not one who's like, oh, I don't want politics in the games, because games have politics. This game's got politics. Obviously, there's factions, there's religion, but it's within the framework of the game world. It's not someone pushing it in your face. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with monetisation, like in principle, as I said, but I think that, but I do worry about people who have addictive personalities, and like I guess you could say, well, maybe they need to be less addictive, but that's just how some people are just made that way, and I do feel that monetisation in games at the moment is made to, yeah, is made to basically exploit that addiction. I mean, I haven't really looked into it, but I had talk about how they were looking at like World of Warcraft. I know like D&D has gone the same way. D&D is a crap show, but then Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast are crap shows. But I was looking at some stuff in World of Warcraft to see if it might, politically offend someone or whatever, or in the real world. And I just think, like, why are you like, you've got a game with two warring factions. That's all the politics you need. You don't need anything else. You don't need to force your politics into it. It's got its own stuff. Um, I must confess, I'm enjoying this indoor environment a lot more. It just feels a lot more like a traditional fantasy game, fantasy role playing game. And I like doing it. I mean, I know that some people say, "Oh, Bobby's just typical, just some, just typical middle-aged white bloke, who's never had any hardships," which is obviously bullshit for a start. But like, I do like doing a YouTube channel. People do talk to you, and people. I thought he was dead. I've had women, I've had LGBT people from the LGBT community, etc., saying, "I hate this stuff. I can't." And it wouldn't surprise me if this was the majority of people felt this way. I hate this stuff. I hate being victimized, or I hate being represented in this way, as though I'm entitled to something just because of my sexuality or my gender or whatever it may be. But I think the problem is that these people in these positions who are developing things and creating things this way, you know, they think they know better, even though they're not even a member of that community. That's the weird thing. Yeah, it does. It feels a lot more like Diablo at this point. So I'm enjoying myself a lot more. If the end game's all like this, then anyway, there you go. Rant mode off. They've got a new sword drop there. Oh, I can't wear this stuff yet. Fair enough. Yeah, as I said, I'm really enjoying myself a lot more. I think quite often in these games, the outdoors, some of the aesthetics of the world can be a bit too perfect as well. It's all a bit, I don't know. I want a bit of grunge, bit of oil and dirt and whatnot. I'm not sure if I'm using. I feel a bit more like I'm not sure if I'm using my skills. I feel like I'm getting into combat a bit more. I'm not sure if I'm using my skills more efficiently with regards to like combos and stuff. I'm just kind of using my abilities when they're up in the order that they're up in, essentially. But I'll pick that up as I go along. I keep wanting to break chests. I'm quite surprised this game doesn't have like a... I think there's so many. I think the problem is there's so much nuance to. There's so much nuance to these. There's too much one side or the other, but there's so much nuance to it. Like you can be against all the things that they're against, but it's about perspective, and it doesn't seem to be any perspective at all. It's like when. I remember seeing this thing. This was a couple of years ago, where when they removed, I don't know what they were called, but they removed the women from Formula One racing who used to dress up, in tight, skimpy outfits and stuff or whatever. Is that a good or a bad thing? I don't know. But my feeling was that there was one woman there who was fighting against it, and you had the women whose actual job it was saying, well, we want to do it. We like the job. We can travel the world. We get paid well. Yeah, and so we stand around in skimpy stuff, and people look at us and think, wow, and that's the thing. It's these people railing. I don't think they're railing. I think it probably goes back to what you said, Cam. I don't think they're railing against it. I think they're railing against it because there's some issue there for them. That's maybe, I don't know, blowing up in their mind, or maybe they've had some experience in the past that means that this is how they feel about it. I don't know. I wouldn't want to assume. Yeah, and the thing is, as I said, you've only got to go to like a Comic-Con or a Games-Con or whatever to see, for example, women there. That's that how they dress up. They dress up as their characters. They love the characters. They want to dress up that way. It's like. I think the thing is we've got. I think what we currently have is a minority of people making decisions that the majority probably don't agree with, but are maybe too scared to say anything about it. It's like, I'm not sure what it's like for you guys in America or a different country, but in the UK at the moment, we can see it in films as well, can't you? But in the UK at the moment, everyone on TV thinks the same, which is impossible. Like, everyone on TV thinks the same about everything politically, and that can't be true. Some of them have to be lying. We're all different. We all think differently. But they're scared to voice their opinion in case a small minority on Twitter, weirdly, I don't quite know how these people have got to have so much power, get them in trouble so they lose their job or whatever it may be. So it's such a weird situation. But you can see it in films, like when you see people interviewed in films and stuff, they all say exactly the same thing politically. There isn't, and I just don't believe it. There must be some. There must be some people here in films or TV who think differently, but they're just basically too scared to. Yeah, I don't know how we got to this point. I don't know. I can't. I don't understand how massive companies like Amazon, Netflix, or people, big actors. Like, I don't know how they can be so controlled by what someone on Twitter says. Like, you're Amazon or you're Netflix. If you're Netflix and you put the Dave Chappelle show on, and people go on Twitter moaning, or go, yeah, whatever. Later, I don't understand how this small minority of people have got such power. And they've only got such power because big companies are willing to sack people or not use people or whatever, just based on what a few people on Twitter say. It's weird. It's so weird that that's happened. Yeah, but I wonder if so. Like, there was a big thing about the Dave Chappelle, like last Dave Chappelle thing on Netflix. I don't think they took it off, right? So there was all this stuff about it, and Netflix stood their ground. And maybe I'm mistaken, but I think this show is still on there. So they basically set up yours. Maybe they said some nice things to try and appease people. I don't know, but if the show's still on there, it means that they basically said, "Screw you," you know. We're going to leave it on. Maybe they said a few placating words, but at the end of the day, they didn't change it. So that's what they need to do more of. They need to say, you know, no, sorry, we're not bowing down to your. People who watch this video later will go, I only wanted to watch the game. As someone said to me once before when I did a video, I didn't come here to listen to your politics, Bob. There you go. I think I destroyed these ones, didn't I? Yeah, I saw a little bit about the Joe Rogan thing recently as well. Um, but again, like the Koof thing is another thing that has just been like it's people dying all over the world. Uh, Not just from that, a lot of people seem to have comorbidities as well. But yeah, that's been politicised, isn't it? So that you're either on one side or the other. Well, actually, there's a nuanced view. I mean, I had the initial 2 jabs, and I've also had a booster, but I don't think I would have any more. And I don't think in hindsight, they probably should have vaccinated the younger people. But so you can feel there can be nuance to the argument. It doesn't always have to be either you're anti or you're not. Yeah, I mean, some of the people on there. I mean, I saw an interview with one guy, one doctor. I think he was the doctor who actually invented the RMNA, he invented RMNA vaccines, and even he was saying he wasn't sure about it. But he was shut down, and it's like, well, this is the guy that invented it. Like, I mean, it's not as though these are just random people off the street talking about it. I mean, maybe they've got ulterior motives. I don't know. Everyone has to a certain extent, but yeah, but it's not like these were just people that Joe Rogan dragged off the street to talk about it. They're at the end of the day, they're doctors, and I think a lot of it comes back to psychology. What you said earlier, people's frame of mind, people's mental state, and I think it's people pushing stuff as well. It's like all this thing with like environmental stuff at the moment. Like, I'm sure that, so if I said some of the stuff that I think, people would assume that I'm like a climate change, whatever it's called, which I'm not. Obviously, the climate changes. The climate always changed, and I think that things like fossil fuels are a bad thing. I think that yeah, I think that they're I think if you take those out of the equation, that's probably most of the work done. But I think people talking about like meat being bad for the environment and all that kind of thing are actually probably just activists who don't want you to eat meat because that's their moral choice. So they want to find a way to to push that on you, essentially. Yeah, but you could pick anything in the current cultural topics that are quite prominent. And yeah, one of the doctors I saw was actually one of the originators of the RMA vaccine, who wasn't, who said he was a bit unsure about it all. Um, yeah, it's weird. People have lost the ability to just think about things rationally and have a balanced view. You've either got to be, you're either for me or against me. Um, I mean, I got the jabs because to me, who's someone who's probably vulnerable, the danger of the vaccine, well, although I suppose still relatively unknown long term, it just made sense to me to get it. You know, the dangers of not getting it seemed to me to be greater than the dangers of getting it. You know, and but I don't think it's for everyone. I don't think it should be forced on everyone. And I mean, ultimately, young health. I think the UK, for example, could have saved billions by not. I guess hindsight, what we know now is that the vaccines don't have the, you know, they don't have the, protection from, since you being a spreader that it was hoping for. I think it does in the sense that you might be non-symptomatic, which means that, yeah, you might be less likely to pass it on. But I don't think it was as, I don't think that protection was as good as what we were told initially. So I think in hindsight, you know, yeah, it made sense to me as well. You know, I mean, some of my illness is caused by autoimmune stuff, so it just seemed. I'm 51. I'm kind of slightly overweight because of my condition. I can't exercise, so it just the risks for me just seemed to be more. Yeah, the booster seed, um, I'm personally not sure about the mRNA one or whatever it's called. Oh, there's that dude again. There's Morpheus. Um, but with the initial vaccines, we were given the what's it called? This video is going to get totally demonetized now, isn't it, or whatever? But we were given the AstraZeneca one, which wasn't that, and I was kind of happier with that. But for the booster, we got the Pfizer one, and I was really sick for a couple of weeks after that. Yeah, go for it, man. I mean, I can't explain it, but my condition just means that I can't. Like, if I like, what day is it? Like on Saturday, I went out with my wife. We drove out, and like I could literally walk 50 meters before I just had to go back and sit down. So I couldn't. Yeah, so I can't like any exercise is really just like. But yeah, I mean, oh, here we go. This is a maybe because I'm actually not attacking because I'm missing him. Oh, I'm getting. No, didn't want to do that. Should have pressed the key. Dodge, Bob. That's it. I used to do a lot of cycling, and used to do a lot of. I used to love weight training as well. I'm a massive fan of World's Strongest Man and arm wrestling as well. Actually, I always wanted to do some specific arm wrestling training. That always looked quite fun. I'm stuck. I can't dodge out of the way. I think we can beat him down now. I can't dodge his moves. Yeah, AstraZeneca is what we got for the first one. Yeah, I don't know why the Pfizer one, it hit me hard. It was just before Christmas as well, so it was a bit of a. I think most people have had it anyway. Like I'm sure we've had it. Like we've got two sons who still had to go to work. You know, we've got a grandson who goes to school. My wife goes to work with loads of people, so I'm pretty sure that we've already had it, but we just don't really seem to have any way of knowing. So yeah, I think I mean all the research I've done with ME. I think the problem with ME is your what's it called? Well, it's got this thing where like when I use my energy, it doesn't come back. So if I do something, that's it. But it's got this thing where it's about your anaerobic fitness. Um, and a lot of people recommend that you need to try and keep your heart rate down to um, a certain level. Like don't let it go above a certain level. But I can't help it because my system is just screwed. Like sometimes I sit down and my heart rate's 120. I'm thinking, well, I'm sitting down. What, what the hell? But I think that's like an autoimmune reaction to something or whatever. Hey, Danku. I mean I will still be playing Gorgon. I mean I did that video about it where I said I wasn't really enjoying myself and I'm not happy with the development direction and that still holds. But yeah, it's still the most unique MMO that I've played. So I'll definitely be returning to it. I'll keep my fingers crossed for your mum. Yeah, it's like us. I mean, like when COVID first hit, we tried to be careful, but then we just realised that well, we've got kids that work, my wife works. It's just I'm sure we must have had it, and it's funny because in around January February 2020, I was really sick, like more so than normal. Like I was laid out for about a week, um, and it was funny because we found out that I think they found out that COVID had actually started appearing in London, um, like in late 2019, and it was around the time my mum visited us from London. So I don't know if she brought it and she was just asymptomatic. But yeah, I didn't have any breathing issues or problems, but um, yeah, I was just complete. It was worse than normal. I was completely off my feet for about a week. So I think we probably had it early on, maybe. No, it was more. It's more about wowzer. Old Morpheus took a turn for the took a turn for the worst, didn't he? The game's got a lot better since I went in that dungeon. I have to say, this is a bit more like it. Now I've been feeling it for a while, but I think the animal husbandry thing tipped me over the edge. I think it's more about the development direction. It's about, and it's not just Project Gorgon, by the way. Like some of maybe it's by nature because there's only a small team working on it. That's just how they're developed. But it got to a point where it felt like it feels like they're putting skills in that are kind of meant to not be fun from the start. And judging by what a couple of people said, that's kind of what they want. They said, well, that's what MMOs are like. What they're meant to not be fun from the start. I mean, and it's not the game itself. Like up until a point, for a number of years, I can't remember when I started playing Gorgon. I guess I don't know what the first video was. Probably like 2018, 2019 or something. But I enjoyed it for the most part. But it got to a point where it felt like the development was either. It felt like I know the developer a little bit, and I know that they quite like. I know that they both quite like like ambiguity, like putting systems in that people have to work out for themselves, and there's no hand holding and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's fine. Like I'm all for that, but I just felt like development was getting to a point where they're putting skills in where you have to go through like an initiation process before you can start having fun with it, and I don't think that's how it should be. You know, I think that like the animal husbandry thing, where just little things where they didn't give you like a stable window, a separate window, so I had to get rid of a couple of my animals, which I didn't want to do. You know, the fact that the trainer is in the highest level zone. You know, even though you can get the skill at 50, it's in the highest level zone. I don't know why that is. Like I unlocked enough favour in the traditional way to get the skill, but then I found out I needed a currency on top of that. All these things where you got to jump through all these hoops to actually, and it wasn't just that; it was other skills as well that were introduced. I just felt that I felt like they're either being put in to cater for the hardcore players who they feel were gonna just breeze through the content in the first day, or it's just a bit masochistic, really. But yeah, I mean, I love a lot of the obscurity about the game. Like I've always play as a giant bat at the moment, and I love it. You know, it's fun. People don't talk to me. Some people do, but there's work ways around that. But I just feel that, and I feel that it's not very new player friendly either. I think that I know Project Gorgon particularly is like releasing this year. And I was in game the other day, and people in chat were talking about like when new players come in, when it's released and stuff. And I'm not sure that they're going to get a big influx of new players. I don't know. You know, I think for some people it's just too inapproachable. And for people like me, I'm just not sure about it because I'm just the way that they're developing the game. It just feels like I feel that people. I think things should be fun from the start. You know. Like, you shouldn't have to go through some horrible initiation type ritual before you can actually be using the skill and have fun with it. And I don't mean that it should be easy. I just mean that it should be fun. There must be a way of making a skill challenging, and even if it's grindy later on, I don't mind. But just that little introduction, just make that little introduction like nice, so that people get into it. You know, Gorgon's really soloable. I know Kane will talk about it a lot more than me, but yeah, a lot of it is very soloable apart from some of the crazy stuff. But I like so much about the game. Yeah, it's really is unique in the MMO sphere. Oh wow, new mobs. I hope they do polish up the new player experience. Not be too hand-holdy, but I just think just to ease people in, give them something to work with. I suppose the thing is as well, and I do think about this, and it's probably more the case, is that's probably what they want. You know, they're obviously developing it how they want. You know, and they're happy with the smaller population that it brings. They're happy with the more hardcore audience that want what they want, you know. And I guess that's it. Maybe they won't change anything because that's not what they want. They don't want it to be more accessible to a mainstream. I don't know. I guess because you get the new world thing, you know, the mainstream becomes very demanding when you run out of content. As you said, as seen with New World. Maybe that's not what they want. I've got a skill level, haven't I? 11 points. I'll carry on saving points. I don't think I need them at the moment. I think did I get a legacy point as well? Oh, I've got 2 legacy points there. 2 character. They should be called character points, shouldn't they? I feel. Yeah, I mean, I think the bat OP seems to be circular around the clone skill, doesn't it? I mean, I just like the role playing aspect of it. Like I think they said that vampirism is going to be like a sub skill of necromancy now, um, rather than a skill on its own. But I'm kind of I've been leveling necromancy because I'm kind of going to kind of building like a giant bat necromancer vampire kind of thing. Sounds quite fun. Okay, so I need to be rescuing villagers. I didn't realise that. Well, no, this wasn't the developers. This was people talking. I think there just seems to be some players who just assume that because it's going to be released finished, then that's just going to attract new players. I don't quite see the problem with doing development the way that they do development now is that people who are probably going to be interested in it have already tried it, and they've either stuck around or they haven't. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. I don't know. Maybe there is an audience out there that will give it a try when it comes out, but I'm not convinced myself. What are they doing, Kane? Do you know? Are they kind of like are they reworking the new player experience, or I'm assuming they're going to do some sort of advertising or promotion. Like a full release didn't seem to do much for Shroud of the Avatar, from what I can see, with regards to population. Oh, here we go. So this game has become immensely. I know we've talked a lot of political crap, so probably we haven't made as much progress as we wanted to. But this game has become immensely better in the last hour since we went into that dungeon. This is what we want. Saving peasants, everything on fire, demons. No problem. It's funny what I found when, as I said, the animal husbandry thing was a bit of a tipping point. I just couldn't understand what they were aiming at, really. I know it's in an unfinished state, and animal husbandry is in an unfinished state, but I didn't understand why they just couldn't, at the very least, just give you a new screen so you could keep all your current pets. It just seemed a bit, yeah. Maybe it was a limitation thing in a programming, I don't know, but yeah, I mean the it's so unique. The game's got so unique. You can't be, you're unique or you're not, aren't you? The game's got so much going for it. It's got so much stuff going for it. So many interesting ideas that you don't see in other games. Oh, hang on. Swing it. What am I doing? Yeah, so many brilliant. But I think the problem is that once you start falling off the wagon for a game, some of the ideas that you loved before suddenly become a bit of an annoyance. So necromancer, all those things like necromancer summoning pets thing and lycanthropy thing and all that kind of thing, they all become more annoying because you're a bit frustrated. Yeah, but I think what you've said, there though, to me says that there's not going to be an influx of players because they've already had that influx of players. It's already happened, and they've tried it out, and yeah, and they found it wasn't for them. Maybe they'll come back. Maybe there are some people waiting for this release. I don't know, but the fact that there was 500 people. I mean, I'm amazed that 500 people were on Project Gorgon at a time. When you look at it now, but the fact that it was maybe means that was it. You know, they were the people that were interested, and they've moved away. Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe it's one of those things where it will get a promotion on Steam. People will see it and say, "Oh, a new MMO." Maybe some people haven't heard of it. Oh, they'll give it a go. I know I'm talking from our point of view, who've got our finger on the pulse, you know. So maybe there are people out there who. Talking of good programs, or talking of crap programs, how they've gone. Um, I haven't watched through it for years. I mean, I honestly spend a lot of my time watching old stuff. I'm recently going through the. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, recently going through an old anime from the 90s. Netflix recently ruined it in a live action thing. What's it called? Someone please tell me what it's called. What's that anime? That classic anime that Netflix recently ruined with a live action remake. What the hell is it called? Cowboy Bebop. That's right. Yeah, mate. That is amazing anime. I think probably one of the best, if not the best. But speaking of new programs, like me and the wife have recently started watching Midnight Mass, which is amazing. I think the director has actually like created three stories or series, and it's all got the same actors in or something. So I've heard. I'm not sure if that's true. But Midnight Mass. Oh, I'm nearly dead. Wow, that was a. We nearly died there. That'd be the first death. How do I activate my? Oh, there we go. Rage mode. That done him. Yeah, Cowboy Bebop is an amazing anime if you've never seen it. One of the best, I think. Yeah, we're on episode 4 so far. Yeah, it's brilliant. Really is good. And I need to check out. I'm not sure if I'm right, but I think the director has created like 3 series like this, and I heard the same actors are in it. Um, in all three. I don't know what the other 3 series are about, but I'll definitely look them up now. Best thing I've seen on Netflix since I got Netflix, apart from older stuff. Yeah, I have to say it's quite like Diablo 3, but I'm enjoying it a lot more now. Oh, it's Morpheus against the annoying priest bloke. Oh, it's like Big Trouble in Little China. Oh, Morpheus got. Oh, is he an angel? Oh yeah, there we go. A lot of these characters have got very much got like we change back again. There's a big Devil May Cry vibe going on with some of these characters, particularly as in his other form. See you, mate. Have a good one. Well, I think we've kind of come to the end of a part of the game here. So I think I'll probably hang on a sec. Who I've missed something in the story here. Who repaired the tablet? Is that what Morpheus was doing? It wasn't us, was it? Did we get the tablet bit from somewhere? I don't think we did we? No idea. I like the fact that my health is just not regenerating crazily. I've got potions and stuff, but yeah, I think I'll end the video here, guys. I need to go and get some lunch and whatever and stuff. I hope you enjoyed it. This has been Lost Ark. I'm gonna try out a couple of different classes, and what I'll do, like, it's coming out on the 11th. So before the 11th, I'll do a video just giving some impressions on if I'll be playing it or not, or whatever. I have to say, up until we went into that first dungeon, I was thinking, oh, I can't imagine I'm going to get this. But since then, it's picked up a lot, just environmentally and from a storytelling point of view. So yeah, it seems pretty interesting at the moment. Loads of systems, loads of new things to learn. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if any of you guys kind of want to get into a new MMO and learn systems and stuff, but yeah, it's picked up a lot. So I'll probably go over and try. I think Neriak, I think you said it was the blaster. Have a look at the blaster to see if the blaster is the Russian version of the artillery man person. So I'll probably give that a go, and I might give the summoner a go as well at some point before the 11th. I haven't pre-ordered it yet. I was going to, but I thought I found this way of trying it first. So I'm glad I have. It's not out of the question. I think some of the things that we spoke about the viewpoint, the perspective, the lack of immersion for that, not connecting with the character, some of those things have kind of gone away. I guess, like as Kane said, I guess maybe as it's become a bit more like Diablo, I'm liking it a bit more. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing, because I'm assuming it wants to be its own thing, but I guess when you've got a game with this perspective and, you're spamming skills to kill lots of mobs, I suppose the comparisons are unavoidable. But yeah, it's picked up a lot, and I'll do some other videos to sum up how things are going. But thanks for watching. I know that we talked about a lot of stuff. It's all quite interesting to talk about stuff, a lot of political stuff, which I'm sure some people won't like, but there you go. Ain't got to listen to any more, have they? Just unsubscribe, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.